How this game works is you and your opponent both start with 10 cards. They're the same 10 cards. Here you can see your starting cards. I start with 7 coppers and 3 estates. My opponent has 10 cards as well, and there are also 7 coppers and 3 estates. Here we can see the score. I have 3 victory points, and my opponent has 3 victory points. That's because each estate is worth 1 point. It's written right here. So we each start with 3 points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is going to win. So on your turn, you play your treasure. So I paid 5 coppers. So there are a lot of different things that I could afford to buy. So your most basic thing that you're going to buy, it's your win condition, is you can buy victory point cards. So I started off the game with 3 estates. So I already have 3 points. So right now I could buy a duchy. So when you look at a card, the cost of the card is in the bottom left. So an estate costs me 2 coins. If I were to buy a duchy, it would cost me 5 coins. And if I were to buy a province, it would cost me 8 coins. Generally, this is a bit of an oversimplification, but generally, whoever has the most provinces at the end of the game wins. How do you get more provinces? We start off with 5. We start off with 7 copper each, which is not enough money to buy a province. Provinces cost 8. So one thing you want to do too is buy more treasures. So for just for simply 3 treasures, 3 coins, I can buy a silver, and then I can buy even more. And then for 6 coins, I can buy a gold, so I could buy even more there. So basically, in a nutshell, in every game of Dominion, you're going to want to buy more treasures so you can afford to buy provinces. So that's pretty simple, and that happens in basically every game of Dominion that you'll play. So what makes Dominion fun is these 10 kingdom cards in the middle. These cards are variable from game to game. It's very rare that you'll play the exact same combination of 10 kingdom cards more than once, because it changes every time. So your provinces and golds are fixed. Those are always going to be options. But your kingdom cards will be variable. So the most common type of kingdom card you can buy is an action. So this is a card you can play on your turn. It gives you 2 actions, an extra buy, and 2 coins. So on my turn, right now, I could buy a silver, and that would be worth 2 coins to me in the future. Or I can buy a festival, and a festival would be worth more than 2 coins. It would be worth 2 coins and give me an extra action. So here, just for the purpose of gameplay, I'm going to go ahead and purchase a festival. So my opponent, he's a bot. He's not a real person. He bought a chapel. When you buy a card, it goes to your discard pile, and then your whole hand gets discarded as well. So on my turn, I'll play both of these coppers, and I'm going to buy a moat. The moat's going to go to my discard pile, and then the coppers will go to my discard pile, and then my whole hand will be discarded. So the purpose of the game is to build your deck in a way that lets you win the entire game. So we both start off with the same deck, 7 coppers and 3 estates, but over the course of the game, we're going to improve our decks in different variable ways. And then whoever has the better deck will be able to buy the most provinces first. You can play online at dominion.games, or you can buy a physical copy of Dominion. You want Dominion 2nd Edition if that's what you're searching for. It's a great game. It's really fun, again, because of this variety. Every game is different, and sometimes it's a matter of identifying which action cards or which kingdom cards that you want to buy. So it makes it not only a game of skill in terms of deciding which cards you should play from your hand, but also a game of skill in terms of which cards you should buy. Sometimes, after you've played with a certain combination, you know to buy it in the future, or if you lose to a certain combination, you know to buy it in the future. So, yep, that's Dominion in a nutshell. Check it out at dominion.games.